What's up, guys? How's it going? I can't hear you. I think you're on mute. No problem. How's everybody doing tonight? What is going on? Happy Wednesday. Normally we do this on Tuesday, but we are doing a Wednesday stream this week for you all. Hope you're all doing well.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. That beautiful voice of yours.
I have no idea what the fuck just happened there, guys. I'm really sorry about that. The laptop on my end was still playing the intro song. And I was like, what the fuck? But like I have it pulled up on my phone and it wasn't doing it on my phone. And I'm like, what is going on? So yeah, that was weird. But yeah, happy hump day, everybody.
What is going on?
Justin, this little thing dropped yesterday. I don't know if you heard about it. Did you hear about it?
Was it like some Halloween Ends trailer that popped?
Yeah, this new little indie movie that's coming out called Halloween Ends. It's got
heard about this.
Yeah. You know, Rudy, the funny thing is, let me show you guys really quick. It's impossible to do that. The one small opening in the curtains is where the sun precisely is at this exact moment. So give it a few minutes and the sun will kindly fuck off. But until then, yeah, Justin, that little trailer dropped. I did a breakdown of it on my channel.
Nice.
A lot of people did.
Nice.
You know, we all do that. What were your thoughts on it?
I'm gonna tell you this. I've watched it probably 10 times now. I love the trailer. Like I didn't watch your video yet, but I loved it. And you know what? And this might just be me. Besides some of the new kills that we're getting in this movie, I don't think it gave anything really away. Like I think we still have surprises yet to come with this movie. But yeah, I loved it. I loved the music that Carpenter composed, him and his son. I thought it had like a really good nostalgic feel. Like I was watching one of the earlier Halloween movies. Like I love the look of it. I love the feel. It's gonna be intense. Like this movie is gonna be pretty dark and pretty intense. And yeah, very impressed with it. And Michael's evil, man. Like he's coming back and he's gonna be evil in this movie. So I absolutely loved it. So
yeah, no, I mean I felt the same way. And honestly though, Justin, I'm at a point where I'm like, can we just stop talking about it and just watch the damn movie?
Just watch the movie, right?
You know, I'm kind of just like, I get it. I like the hype. I do. The build up to these movies is always cool. It's bittersweet because you don't know when it's going to be the last one, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, we don't know. Like, this is the last one for a while, guys. It's kind of sad. If you're a Halloween fan, like, ugh.
Yeah. Hey, Charlotte Gore. Charlotte Gore says that she loves the channel and she doesn't get a lot of time to always comment as often as she'd like, but she likes to watch when she likes to chill. Well, thank you. We love having you in here. It's always nice to see faces like that we don't see a lot. So
thank you.
Awesome.
And we got to see Lindsay Wallace in this trailer. I know everybody was like, is she going to be in this movie? She's in this movie. So
yeah.
Pretty awesome.
You know, it's so I'm just like, I'm at an impasse right now because we got a lot of really cool stuff coming out. Yeah. And I have recently had a come to Jesus moment, as they might say, and realized, you know what? I am excited for Halloween Ends, and I'm not going to let anybody tell me otherwise. You know, I am excited for this. There was some fatigue setting in for sure for me. a little bit there. I was just kind of like, it seemed like that was the hot button issue that everybody wanted to talk about was Halloween, whether it was good or bad. And it seemed like there had been a lot of bad. And like, while I get it, I guess that a lot of people were just kind of disillusioned by it. Like, oh, well, we're done with Halloween. Like we don't really like, we want, Jason back. We want Freddy back. And like me too, like, don't get me wrong, but it just seemed like,
Yeah. But
yeah, the hype has kind of petered out a little bit for a lot of people, but I love to find people that are still excited for it.
I mean, you and I are big Halloween fans, so we're always going to be excited for this stuff. But my thing about it is,
no, not me.
I know you're such a hater of this franchise. I try to talk you into it. All those posters on the back, negative Nancy over there.
Yeah.
My thing about it is, I wish people, I mean, everybody's got an opinion, so I understand that, but I wish people would not be so negative, because it's like, yes, I want Freddy and Jason back, but we've had some horror icons return back to the screen, Michael being one of them. And it's like, I'll take any of these horror movie icons over nothing. Like, I would be heartbroken if we never got any more of these horror movie icons. Like, if these, despite my mixed feelings with 2018, Halloween 2018, if they had never made these movies, if we had never gotten these movies, I would have been really sad, because, I mean, I grew up with these movies. I grew up with these characters. So it's like, instead of being negative about it, we should embrace that we're getting these icons. We should embrace that we're getting Candyman and Leatherface, despite if the movies are great or not. It's like, we need to embrace this. I don't know. I'm going on a
you're not wrong. And honestly, like, yeah, there's something to be said for that, of like, just like, guys, like, live in the moment and like understand that like it could be a really long time.
What's up, Garrett?
Hey, what's up, Garrett? And three sheets to the wind. Haven't seen you in here in a little bit. How are you? Neo Z, that's a new name, I think, as well. Corey should have been introduced in 2018. Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that. Like, that's a complaint I have.
We needed to have an arc over a few movies rather than an arc over one movie. Yeah, we'll see. What's up? I like Scary.
Here's the thing about it is, if they do it nice, like if the characters flow nicely, I have no problems with it. But if you throw in this character that we've never seen before and it feels out of place, you're gonna know it. And Garrett, I was gonna say this, like, yeah, me personally, I think out of the trailers that I've seen out of all three of these movies, Halloween Ends, in my opinion, doesn't give as much away as like 2018 and some of what Kills did. Like, we're getting some of these new kills in this trailer, but I still feel like there's plenty enough here to where they haven't given everything away, like a lot of the major stuff in this movie. So I'm very excited. I like the fact that the trailer did that, because most of the times, and not just the Halloween movies, but Universal has been very known in the past to give away a lot of major things in their movies. Like, I love Candyman, but I feel like the movie would have been better if they would not have shown like some of these great kills that were in the movie, the suspense that was in the movie. So
I Universal does have a knack for that. And by the way, what's up, Lathan? How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You want to show a lot, like, but at the same time, not show a lot, which is interesting to say out loud and hear myself say. But, go ahead.
I was gonna say, to be fair though, like, if you go back and watch trailers from the 70s and the 80s, especially the 70s, like, I love the original Black Christmas, but if you watch that trailer, it gives away quite a bit of really cool stuff in that movie. And
it's interesting you say that, because like old trailers, by the way, hey Jamie.
Hey Jamie.
It's interesting you say that, because when you go back, yes, happy fall. When you go back and you watch like some of these old trailers for these old movies, it's like they didn't cut these well at all. And I get it. It was a different time. They were literally just like plugging and playing full scenes in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like Halloween 1978's trailer is like Halloween. And it's just like the whole tracking shot from the opening and stuff. And it's like, it's very interesting to see how far we've come. But at the same time, we've kind of kept this same, hey, Keith, what's up?
Hey, Keith.
We've kind of kept the same common theme, I think, throughout the years, where it's like back then they were just like, we're going to show like full scenes and give away a lot. And now it's like, we're not going to show full scenes, but we're still going to give away a lot.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a bunch of jump cuts and stuff, and it's going to be all pieced together like an action movie. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's all pretty much the same thing still. So, but that is a good point to make. And I got to say, dude, I still, to this day, call me crazy. I mean, call me crazy. You can call me crazy. That's
I'm going to call you crazy if you need to.
I still think Halloween Kills first trailer was the best trailer from this trilogy. And
by far, I agree. Hello, what's going on?
What's up, Mike? And I got to tell you, I think that had to do with I think the hype was at a fever pitch right there. I don't think the hype for this trilogy has ever been that high. Like 2018 was a big deal. It was a big deal. But after 2018 was so well received by a lot of people, it seemed like everyone was waiting on pins and needles for Halloween Kills trailer. Everyone was waiting for that. And when that movie came and that first trailer dropped, I remember that night. I've told this story before, but like I dropped my trailer reaction video for that. And within 5 minutes, it had over 100 views. And I knew, and then I got a copyright strike on it because Universal can, suck it. But anyway, so I had to re-upload it. It still did really well, but I mean, it was just, I had mine up before Lee and everyone. Like I was like, I'm going to beat everyone. And I did, but it got copyright striked. But the reason I bring that up is just say like the hype for that trailer and that movie was massive. And then I think with how a lot of people received Kills has really impacted the excitement or lack thereof for this movie. I got to say, as a YouTuber that, it obviously is my favorite series. So I cover it religiously, although I don't do it as much as some other channels, but I do cover it when big stuff comes out about it. And I got to say that the numbers aren't as big as they were, it's just not, it's not as crazy as it was. And I say this as an example. We watched a movie. They were doing their, breakdown stream yesterday of it. And I say that they only had 700 people in the chat. I'm like, that's a shitload of people. But like Halloween Kills, they had like 1,500. And it just goes to show is like, and if you talk to these guys and whatnot, a lot of people would probably tell you like, Kills, it was just different. Like there was an air about Halloween Kills at the time. And it just doesn't seem like that's there for this, but that's crazy because I have liked the trailers for this movie. I am excited, but the hype just doesn't seem to be there.
I got two reasons. I think with Kills, the reason why the hype was so there is one, we had to wait an extra year. We were supposed to get the movie in 21? Was it 21? Or no, I'm thinking way far. 2020, we were supposed to get the movie. And we had to wait a year. So when we started getting more and more promotion for that film, the hype was there. I think with this movie, honestly, if they would have waited maybe another year, I think more people would be excited for it. I think the fact that this movie's coming out 1 year after Kills, because we did have that little bit of a break between 2018 and Kills, between Kills. I think if they would have waited another year or two with this movie,
we need a little bit of a break.
I think the hype would be there. I mean, we're excited for this movie, but it just reminds me of like, go back to, Halloween 4 and 5. I mean, we love the films, but like there was that time where 4 came out and then a year later 5 came out and people just weren't really into it at the moment because, we had just gotten a movie. It's
there's something to be said for that. And like, look at it right now. Like Normally we average like 50 to 80 viewers live while we're doing our lives. Right now we're at 36, and we love all 36 of you beautiful people in here. And
Yeah.
please leave a like on the stream. But again, it's just kind of like, are people like, I don't really want to, I really don't want to hear more about Halloween right now. And we're going to cover other stuff too. But obviously the trailer dropped yesterday. We're both big Halloween fans.
About it.
Justin and I want to talk about it, even if we're just talking about it amongst each other. We love to do it. Have you guys as an audience. Broken Machine, I agree. And, a lot of people seem to be agreeing. Like, I like the trailers. I don't like the posters for this movie.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the posters. Like, I thought Kill's poster, that teaser, the orange and the fire was just spot on. Like, yeah. I loved it. And then you have this poster, and it's a fine poster. It goes with the other two posters that we have for 2000.
What's up, Dennis?
And Kills, but it's just it's not as good. And I also feel like they haven't really promoted this one as much as the previous two movies. Like, in my opinion, and this could be why the hype isn't as good.
Well, it also says it saves you a lot of money to not put tens of millions into the marketing budget. I don't think a lot of people know.
And then it affects your movie, though. Like, it's sad.
It does. Hey, what's up, Crease Fold? What's up, Ali?
What's going on?
By the way, guys, like I said, I have the chat up on my phone right in front of me. That way I don't have to keep reaching and pulling stuff up. So I'm seeing everything you guys are saying, and we will be chatting with you. Don't worry. But it's like, a lot of people don't know this. Did you know the budget for Halloween 2018 was like, what, 15 million or so? And everyone's like, oh my God, I made a killing. It's crazy. Did you guys know how expensive the marketing budget for that movie was?
For Kills?
The 2018.
How much?
Around $70 million.
Wow.
In marketing. So everyone goes like, oh, it made a killing. You want to know why it made a killing? I mean, one, Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis are definitely a big draw. That's just the truth. Whether people want to admit it or not, it's true. They're both a big draw. It had been, a decade since Halloween had been on the big screen. But Universal was like, we're going to pump so much money into the marketing to where you cannot go anywhere without seeing Halloween. I mean, it was every YouTube ad, every time you watched a sporting event, commercials, it was everywhere. I mean, everyone knew. I remember, it's a funny story. I had an ex-girlfriend that I dated for 2 years between the ages of 17 and 19. And she knew I was a big Halloween fan. And, I had showed her all the movies and whatnot. And, she had posted something in 2018 on Snapchat because we were still friends on Snapchat at the time, and she posted like a video of it to her story and was like, "Who's going to take me to see this?" And I was like, even someone that doesn't care about these movies, it's like, "Oh my God, I have to go see this movie." So Halloween 2018 was like an event, and Kills was too, to the same degree, and probably would have put up similar numbers had it not gone day and date and had it not gotten mixed to bad reviews. So I think that people are kind of petered out right now, and they're also kind of worried. They're kind of worried that, I don't know, man, like a lot of people that didn't like Kills are probably like, I'm not excited for this one.
I mean, here's the thing about it, though. You know what the funny thing is? I love Kills. I enjoy 2018. But because I love Kills so much now, I think I'm more looking forward to this last movie. If I had not liked Kills, I probably would not have cared to see this. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. So
no, yeah, that your casual audience, your casual moviegoer, if they saw Halloween Kills and they said, "Yeah, I'm not a fan. I didn't like that," they're not going to be waiting with bated breath for this one. That's just the way it goes. They're going to be like, whatever. This movie's still going to do 100 million plus worldwide when it's all said and done. It's going to make, Blumhouse and Trancas money, and it's going to prove that Michael Myers is still a draw. But this franchise does need a reset. And it needs a reset in the sense of like, we need to maybe try new things, take a break for a little bit. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is my favorite series, but I definitely think that it does need a little bit of a reset.
No, I'm with you on that.
I think that I'm ready for Blumhouse to not be behind this anymore. And that's not to disparage them, but they're very formulaic. And I just want to see, I want to see Halloween take risks again. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that. Like I'm totally with you. And I think the next movie, honestly, needs to do its own thing. Don't I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I love Laurie Strode, but be refreshing. Like you don't have
Yeah.
to bring in characters that we've had from the past. Like do its own original story, have Michael Myers involved, but do something different. And like you said, take
Revisit
risks.
Halloween 3. Revisit Halloween 3 in some
I
form.
I would love okay, so I would love for Halloween 3 to
Christian says it's blasphemous, and he's such a damn liar.
for them to revisit it.
Yeah, he says don't touch it. And I'm like, what?
Well,
But I get it. Like, don't remake it. Sure. Totally agree with that. But like prequel or sequel story, I'm down. I'm down.
Here's the thing about it. I would love to see that, but I don't like if you release that movie in theaters, as much as like a lot of us love Halloween 3 and we talk about it, general movie audiences, I don't think would get it. And I think the movie would not be a hit. Like I personally do not think it would because like in 1982 when Halloween 3 came out, like people
But hear me
only
out.
really wanted Michael Myers. And your general movie audiences today, if they saw something that was a prequel or connection to Halloween 3, they'd be like, no, we're not going to go see it. But I do think if you released it on a streaming service, that it would do better.
That's what I'm saying. And Garrett mentioned something like that. A lot of people are talking about Halloween 3 in the chat now. And it's like, look, I think that the gatekeeperism of like, no, we can't go near this. Like this is sacred ground. I've never agreed with that, except you can, as far as a remake, like I do understand there are certain movies that never need a remake, Jaws being one of them. Like you just don't ever need to remake that movie. But I don't think it hurts at all to expand upon the lore of a well-known and very much appreciated story. It doesn't take away from the previous movie. So long as you have the right team behind it and you really do expand upon the lore, there is nothing wrong with that. And I just think that the universe that was Halloween 3, there's literally so much in that movie that you never get answers to. There's so many questions, and that's part of the beauty of it. Absolutely. The ambiguity of that is part of the beauty. Having said that, though, there's so much there that you could still you could dive into a lot of that. Who is Connell Cochran? How did he come to be? How did this all happen? Why did it happen? How the fuck did they get Stonehenge there? What, or you could go the other direction. What happened that night? Did they stop playing the commercial? Did they not? How many people, it's just like, I've always been into the idea of doing that because people always seem so down to see more Michael Myers. Oh, we love Michael Myers. We want to see more Michael Myers. It's the same thing over and over again. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it every time, whether I love the movie or not. I love the hype. I love the experience, but why not look into something that hasn't been explored? If anything, I feel like Halloween 3 has been just kind of like, until recently, it's got this big cult following now, but it kind of got pushed to the side and never really got the love it deserved. So why not be like, you know what? Screw it. We'll make a streaming show.
For the longest time, at least the people I knew, I was the only one that loved Halloween 3. And like even 10 years ago, if you mentioned Halloween 3, like people were like, oh, that movie sucks. Like you just they would just go on rants. Like it was so you get comments and all this negative stuff. So I'm glad that there is love for this movie now. I just remember for the longest time, the only way I watched the movie before I bought the DVD was recording it on a blank VHS tape and watching the TV version of the film. So
yeah. Well, Dylan, you don't have to get Justin and I started. I would love to see Rob come back and make a third movie, but
I would love it too. But
he'll never do it. He'll never do it. He hates this fan base now, and a lot of people are like, "Well, good, because he defiled my Michael Myers." No, he didn't. I mean, he took it his own direction.
Like he made his own thing.
Yeah, love it or hate it, he did his own thing.
You don't like it.
Some fans kind of get off on the fact that he doesn't like the fan base anymore. And it's like, well, you shouldn't get off on that fact because he doesn't like the fan base anymore because they drug him and his family through the mud and people We're talking, I'm not even going to say the words they were saying about Sherry on the Halloween message boards and
It's
stuff
horrible.
that he was a member of, and he saw them saying it. It was awful. Like, the shit was awful.
Can you, and I want to bring, yeah.
He has every right to be upset and not want to do it
Exactly.
anymore, and I don't blame him.
I would like to see, again, I kind of went back and said, don't involve characters that we've had in the past, but I really, before this Blumhouse took over this Halloween franchise, I was really excited for the idea of what they had for Halloween Returns, of like the sheriff from Halloween 2 now in the movie, and Michael Myers in prison and he escapes. Like, I thought that was cool. Like, I was actually really excited for that. So, I mean, if they did anything, like, I would love to see something like that come back into play. So,
yeah. I mean, look, we've speculated on what's going to happen when this is all said and done with Blumhouse, and I think that you're going to see a lapse for a little bit. I think that the rights are going to revert back solely to Malik, and he's just going to sit on them for a while, and he's going to just in a few years retool it and bring it back in some way, and I'm totally fine with that. Like, give us a break. I love Michael Myers. I love this series. However, I don't need a new movie every year. It takes away from the event that is these movies. And, but I don't know. I feel like for me and for Justin, and I mean, we said that, and everybody in the chat seems to be agreeing with it. Yeah. Like, do an in-universe story of Halloween 3. It doesn't have to be a follow-up, and definitely don't remake it, but do something in the same universe, expand upon the lore. There's nothing wrong with that. And it'd be for the fans. They always talk about how they're doing this for the fans. They're doing this for the fans. You want to do something for the fans? Do it for the fans of the movies that all of a sudden are popular to like now, when everybody hated them when they came out. Halloween 3, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. They both have big Halloween 6. They all three have really big cult followings now, when they were all three trashed when they first came out. So, like,
I know.
I love the revisionist history too. People like, you know what? I really appreciate this movie. And it's like, yeah, you were probably one of the people in my comments 10 years ago telling me that I was an idiot and I should die for liking this movie. So, again, you know what?
It was so impossible to find Halloween 3 on any format when I was younger. And I had that recorded VHS tape for the longest time. So,
Garrett, no, that will not be happening.
No.
It's they've already made that very clear. It's not happening. If you introduced him in 2018, maybe that you could have built upon that and really fleshed that out more, and then seen that as a route to go. But no, they're not doing that. Jason Blum has already said, John Carpenter has already said, Malik's already said, they've all said on different occasions, this is it for us. This is it with Blumhouse. This is it for the story we have to tell. We're not like, and that doesn't mean they wouldn't love to keep the rights because they love making money. I'm sure they would, but they don't have any other story to tell. And they know that the Halloween fan base is ravenous. And
it's time to take a break. Like I said, I think if you would have had Ends come out a year or two, just a couple more years, like I think the hype would be there more than it is now. But yeah, they just need to take a break. But we were talking about this earlier in the stream. Like, I just don't, I don't like the negativity that like the franchise is getting now, because love or hate some of these movies, it's like, these are the horror icons that we grew up with. And it's like, instead of like being negative on them, like embrace that we're getting these horror icons still going today.
Well, like I've told you, Justin, and I feel like a lot of people watching right now would agree. I don't even think it's like personal to Michael. I don't think people are like, oh my God, I don't want
Thank you, Chris.
I'm over this. I think it's more or less people are like, sure, whatever, this is fine, but where are the other guys? And to that, I totally agree. Like, this doesn't feel the same. Like, in the 80s, you had Michael, Jason, and Freddy firing on all cylinders for a little bit there. And now it's like Michael's there and he's waiting for his two other friends, and they're not showing up. And it's like, I mean, shit. Who would have put on their bingo card, we'd get a new Hellraiser movie? No, hold on. Let me rephrase that. A big budget Hellraiser movie, because we did have like Judgment and Revelations. before we got another Friday or Nightmare movie. I don't think anybody would have thought that 5 years ago, simply because Hellraiser is a much smaller fan base. And, you know, Friday and Nightmare, they're huge. And after Halloween 2018 did so well, people would have thought, oh, it's any day now we're going to get an announcement on those ones. And it never happened. So
I do want to bring up something. You know, I'm seeing the comments like, oh, you know, Halloween 3 would do well in theaters if it came today, if we got a prequel or sequel. And it might be the case, but original horror movies that are coming out right now aren't doing as strong. And it's because, you know, I don't know, like it's just they're not these franchises. Yeah. I don't know, like that's how I feel. Like I just think that like if you put Halloween 3 in theaters and if it didn't have Michael Myers, like the general audience would not go see this, because there's some great horror movies right now that people aren't, you know, giving enough buzz. Like we're talking about them, like Barbarian's fantastic. Pearl was fantastic. But like they're not making the money that they should. Like they're deserve
it's more. Something like that is being talked about in the chat. Charlotte's talking about how the fan bases seem like competitive right now with Terrifier and Halloween and everything like that. And let me just tell you, Mike is bang on with saying Terrifier is too extreme for the mainstream. Not just that, but Terrifier is only getting released, I think, in like 700 some odd theaters. So like it's a limited release. It'll do well for what it is, and it'll be profitable, absolutely, and I hope it is. But yeah, Halloween is just, it's so popular in the zeitgeist. Like if Terrifier fans really think that Terrifier stands a chance, I mean, it doesn't, and that's not hating at all. It's just like they're not putting it out in enough. They're not putting it out in enough. Oh boys. I think we got a guest coming in. I think Christian Hanahara is going to come in to the show right now. Is Christian coming in here? Did Christian just text me and say drop the link? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But and that's fine, because Terrifier doesn't need to be that. It was never meant to be that. So.
Well, and Garrett, yeah, I'm seeing Garrett, you know, there are, you know, NECA figures and everything for it, but I just think general, I don't know. I just don't think general movie audiences would go rush to see it. I mean, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I would love for it to be successful, but I don't know.
What Terrifier?
So my
Terrifier is going to be successful, but I'm just saying, like, Halloween's going to get released in what, 4,000 screens, whereas like Terrifier's getting like 700 and some. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like they just can't compare it. But Terrifier was just going to be a straight to streaming or straight to DVD movie, so it's kind of like the fact that it's getting any theatrical run is great, and it'll make some money and it'll turn a profit for the people involved with that movie, and more people will get to see it. And that is awesome. That is so cool. But yeah, they're not comparable.
I think Terrifier, and this is my personal opinion, especially after watching the trailer for the second one. I like the trailer for the second movie, but I think Terrifier should have been just a one movie. Wow. Like, in my opinion, I'm not trying to down or anything, but that's just that with that movie there, after watching the trailer, that should have been a one movie. Now, Justin, I do love the first movie. What's up,
Justin? I just found a homeless man on the side of the road.
Oh my goodness! Really What's going on?
I can't listen to this Terrifier hate. This is bullshit.
I'm not hating. I love Terrifier, but I don't know. So
we're not.
Chris Jericho is in Terrifier 2. Chris Jericho, Y2J, the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, the first undisputed champion in World Wrestling Federation history, is in Terrifier 2, and you don't want to see it?
I mean, I want to see it, but I don't know.
You just see it. Oh, he's crawfishing, Nick.
No, I want to see it. I never said I wanted to see it, but I just think it should have been a one-time type of movie. So,
well, Justin, I will tell you though, the reviews for Terrifier 2 are really good, and everybody I've talked to has said that this is better than the first one.
Sweet.
And I haven't seen the first one. I know that's sacrilege. Christian's already gotten on me about it.
I love the first one. The movie is awesome. So I'm gonna see the second one. I guess
Is it playing near you, Justin? Have you checked?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. So
Christian, you said it. You found that it is playing near you.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 45 minutes from me next week. So Sydney's going too. She said I'll go see Terrifier 2.
How gross
pun
is the
intended.
first one? Like, I mean,
It's pretty
I'm not
brutal.
worried about it, but like, is it as gross as people say?
it's pretty brutal. And I don't know. Like I can sit there and watch it, and
I don't get, and I mean no disrespect to people, I don't get being a horror fan, but saying something's too gross or too weird.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind
Like,
of the
you know
point
what I
of
mean?
horror, but people do say that. They're like, "Oh, it's so gross," and I'm like, kind of, that's the point. Though?
It's a gory horror film. It's a slasher film. It's a slasher film in 2017, 18, whatever year it came out. I mean, he hacksaws a woman from the crotch up, which is like big deal. People freaked out about it. I thought it was funny as hell.
I think it was.
I thought it was hysterical.
I think it was pretty brutal for like a slasher movie, but like not.
You guys want to know the truth of why I haven't seen Terrifier is simply because, I mean, for the past 4 years, up until obviously recently, before Brooke moved out and everything, she hates clowns. And anytime we try to find a horror movie that we hadn't seen and we'd get on Netflix and she'd see that poster and she said no, she'd turn her head away. Like I'd asked before, like I've heard it's, pretty gnarly. No, not doing it. So it just kind of eventually fell off my radar. I was just like, whatever.
I'm kind of with Garrett a little bit here. I mean, I love the Saw movies, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know. Give me an 80s fun slasher movie.
Oh, I love torture porn. I love all kinds of porn.
Oh, I don't know about that, Christian. Look, all right. I'm just saying, all I was saying is that Terrifier 2 is getting a limited release. And so like I didn't even know. Did you guys know about this? Like people were saying in the chat, there's like a competition between like Halloween and Terrifier fans right now. And I'm like, what?
An
Halloween's
army against a cult? Or what are we talking about here?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like Halloween's getting 4,000 theaters. Like Terrifier's getting like 700. Like what? No, like that's not a thing. Like I don't know if they were like both getting released wide like that, then yeah, I'd be like, all right, game on. But like, no, it's just a limited release. They're just trying to make a little money with it, whatever. Like I don't know. I feel like that's weird, but I also don't go down the dark reaches of the internet, guys. I have to be honest with you. I really don't do that.
I don't. I don't.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure I could see you scrolling for days, Christian, on that stuff. Christian, we didn't talk about this. Justin and I have been talking about this. What do you think of the trailer? I never even asked you.
For Terrifier 2?
No.
What trailer?
For Halloween.
Oh, it's fine.
Did you like it better than the first one?
I'd have to rewatch the first one again. I saw it for the video, and that's it. I haven't gone back and rewatched it.
Yeah, Justin and I, you said you watched it like 10 times.
I watched it like 10 times. I loved it.
10 times?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, same.
Yeah,
I've watched it probably like 10 times.
Like in a row?
Not in a row.
Christ.
No.
And you know what?
No.
Christian, you're the one that was giving me shit for months about not being super hyped for Ends. And now that I'm hyped, Christian's like, well, whatever.
I am hyped. I am very hyped. But I'm not going to watch the trailer.
Justin, Christian says that this is going to be the best movie of the trilogy.
I think Kills is still going to be the best one, but we'll see. I think this one looks really good, though. We'll see. I think Kills will be the best. Like out of the three, I think that will be the best one. So,
Justin changed his tune too, Christian. He had it when you first watched it. Kills was what, your second to least favorite Halloween movie?
Oh yeah, it was my second to least favorite one.
Why?
But it's after many rewatches. It's ranked up. It's
why
not
did
in
you
my
hate
top 5, but it's like.
Why did you not like it the first time?
Because one, I wasn't the biggest fan of 2018, and 2018 is a good movie. I didn't fall in love with it like many people did when it came out. And so my expectations were a little low there. and the writing. Like I still say like the writing for these movies is not the strongest in this franchise. I think Laurie Strode was better portrayed in other movies.
Like Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yes.
Nah,
I would no. Rob Zombie's Halloween.
I'm fucking
no.
with you, Justin. I'm fucking
Halloween
with you.
2. Halloween 2.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this. I rewatched Rob
Let
Zombie's.
him talk, Nick.
I rewatched Rob Zombie's Halloween. I think this last month, its anniversary. And man, that first half of that movie, in my opinion,
Is awesome.
Is outdated.
Is amazing.
I think it's outdated.
Just absolutely.
Hey,
I love the second
Christian,
half though.
Christian
I'm
doesn't
sick
agree
of
with
saying
us.
I'm
He doesn't
sick
agree
of
with
saying the
us.
first half is bad. Fuck that. The first half is the only thing people quote nowadays.
I'm sick of people saying Halloween Resurrection's the worst one. I'm going to say this right
It's
now.
not
Rob
the worst
Zombie-
one. It's the best one. It's the
Rob
best.
Zombie's
Okay,
Halloween
okay.
Rob,
is my
listen.
least favorite of the
Resurrection is the
franchise.
best. Resurrection is the best Halloween film of the early 2000s.
I think it's a fun
Yeah,
movie.
'cause it's the only
I
one.
will go down, and I will always say that Halloween Resurrection is a fun
Justin,
film. It doesn't deserve
Justin.
the hate that it gets.
Justin,
yeah.
you just
Y'all love
said
Justin or Ryan.
Hold on,
1988.
no, yeah, you're not gonna love him because you just missed what he said. He said Rob Zombie's Halloween's the worst in the series.
That's fine.
No,
Does that mean it's an awful thing, Nick?
Yes,
Nick,
it was.
Nick, does that
The
mean
worst-
it's awful?
when you
No.
say worst, I
I
immediately
say
go
we
to
did.
bad.
It is
You're
not-
watching the Lost River Drive-In live, by the way.
You are, and I'm about ready to get PO'd right now. I'm just kidding.
No, get pissed, dude. I know it's been building up.
There's
Just
not
tell
a
Nick how you feel.
bad.
Yeah,
I-
it's
first
been
of all,
building
there's not
up.
a bad, in my opinion. There's not a bad Halloween movie. There's
There
not
is.
a bad Friday the 13th film. I can't say that for Nightmare on Elm Street, but out of the three
Oh,
major franchises,
shots fired! Shots
I
out
know,
of
fired.
the three
Hey,
major
hey,
franchises,
Justin, what's the bad Nightmare?
He's talking about the remake, obviously.
no, I'm talking about Freddy's Dead. But if you love it, you love it. That's all I'll say. Because again, I go back
What
to
a
Halloween
backhanded,
Resurrection.
what a backhanded thing to say, dude. Dude, Justin is like salty today.
Okay, but first of all, everybody's like, Justin, you love everything. You don't hate anything. And then when I say I hate something, everybody's like,
It's like, what's
Justin.
wrong with you, Justin?
Justin's
because
broken.
Justin's got an opinion now, and he's going to tell you how it is. Oh,
Hey, I'll tell you what. I was I found this new podcast. I was listening to it, and this is interesting. I want to bring this up to you guys because we talked the Ends trailer, and everybody's talked it to death. Plus, we're counter programming. We're counter programming right now with Dave McCrae. I didn't know that. So, Dave, you're taking some of my viewers, or I guess maybe I usually take some of yours. So, whatever. But by the way, guys, I like Dave. We have had Dave on the podcast. Don't clip this and go, Dave. Like, Dave's a good guy.
I do want to throw this in here real quick. I'm also a Nightmare fan where I think Wes Craven's New Nightmare is the best of the franchise. And I have people to think I'm crazy for thinking that. And I'm like, no, Wes Craven's New Nightmare is the best.
I mean, it's absolutely Freddy's Revenge. But, like, I mean, we are all allowed to be wrong sometimes, Justin. There's,
I also think Dream Master is better than Dream Warrior, and I get crap for that. So I'm
That's a hot
salty
take,
tonight,
Christian.
guys. I'm sorry.
I'm not you don't have to apologize.
I'm just
It's your
saying I'm
opinion.
salty.
Don't give a fuck
Feeling
what
it.
people think, Justin.
I know.
You've been on the
Well, we
circle
got-
enough,
we-
dude.
we got
Just
Alexis.
tell people the big fuck off, man. Just start saying it, dude. Whenever you make a video on a review and somebody just doesn't agree, I want you to heart the comment and then say fuck off.
Dude.
The new Justin Ryan.
I've
dude.
told Christian. I've told Christian this, Justin. I'll be like, we'll be doing a stream, and I'll be dropping F-bomb after F-bomb, and Justin will be like talking about something he's passionate about, and he'll be like, I can't listen to that bullshit. And he's like, sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. I'm like, Justin, did you miss the 20 bucks I dropped?
Dude, look at that autograph Fright Night back there.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
I mean, the glare sucks.
I know, but I see it. I see you got autographs all over. Is the vampire killer on there? What's his name? What's his name? The guy who played the vampire killer?
Roddy McDowell?
Roddy McDowell.
No, he way before. He passed away way a long time ago.
Damn it.
I need two other people. I need the guy who played Chris Sarandon's roommate. What was his name in the movie?
Yeah, I know you. I know. I'm looking at the guy's face, but his
Tom Holland. I'm like, Tom Holland needs.
Why
to
do
be
you want
on
Spider-Man to sign it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Spider-Man. What?
I'm
Tom
Oh,
Holland.
get it.
I
Oh,
know.
Tom Holland,
I
yeah.
love Tom Holland. I love.
Do you
Tom
know if
Holland.
you Google it, you get more Tom Holland Spider-Man than you do get Tom Holland? But that's the only one. I need Tom Holland to sign that.
I remember when Spider-Man: Homecoming was like coming out in theaters or something. Tom Holland, the director, made like a tweet that says, "Why do I keep getting tagged and shit today?" Like,
Man.
By the way, off topic.
There's nothing off topic at this point. We're going off the rails,
there
so
isn't.
just
But this
let it all hang
weekend,
out.
I come back to YouTube, so stay tuned for.
What are you doing?
Well, I have I'm going to do a kind of movie pickup video, but I'm going to review some of the 4Ks and movies that I've gotten recently. Because I've actually watched, surprisingly enough, some of the physical media I have in my collection.
It's interesting you bring that up because Christian, I know, had been waiting on some physical media that he didn't get yesterday as well. What have you gotten so far, Justin?
I got Friday the 13th, The Fun House.
Did you get Evil Dead yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
The Lost Boys and Poltergeist, Cat People, Dog Soldiers. I know these came out like a month ago, but
Cats and Dogs.
And then I know what you did last summer. I got that one. So.
Oh.
And then next week, Halloween. So.
Yeah, dude, I mine hasn't shipped out yet because I ordered from Amazon. I didn't order from Scream Factory, and some people were like, "Oh my god, like, so mine shipped out." I'm like, "That's awesome." I'm glad that I actually waited because gonna make sure.
Well, first of all, and I'm not hating on Scream Factory because I love the company, but have they even I'm not even seeing anybody really like posting anything about these Halloween sets. Like, are people getting
somebody DM'd me today. Yeah, somebody DM'd me today. They got theirs and they sent me a bunch of pictures and stuff and asked me what I thought of it. And I was like, I think it looks cool. They got it early and that's awesome.
Are they
what?
Are they going with that flow of like the Scream Factory, like the slipcover box sets?
I guess I'll just show you guys really quick.
Yeah.
These
photos.
Photos.
Yes, Scream 2 next week. By the way, next Friday is my birthday, so I'm going to be purchasing some of these during my birthday week. That's my birthday presents to me.
So here's what it looks like. We got the case that they come in, and then you got the slips, the hard slips.
That is cool.
And then you take the hard slip off, and it's just like they've done before, where it's then the theatrical poster art with the black cases. Yeah, that's how it looks. I think it looks cool too.
I'm excited. I cannot wait. I mean, I've been waiting for like a couple months.
Are you excited to dive into that Resurrection 4K, Justin?
Hell yeah, I'm excited to dive into that Resurrection 4K and all those bonus features. I'm like, it's about time that movie got brand new bonus features. So
I was right, though. I called it, Justin. I said, hey, H2O, I don't think is going to be getting any love on this one, and it's not. As far as I can tell. Christian and I were talking about it, I think, last week on the podcast, and he was going through the special features and whatnot, and he was like, yeah, H2O has nothing new. Nothing.
But to be fair, though, even though I would love to see brand new bonus features for all these movies, Halloween H2O had an amazing documentary. Like, I loved that one. Now, would I love to see brand new ones? Absolutely. But Halloween Resurrection, when that came out, I felt so bad for it because I was like, man, people really don't like this movie because it's not getting any new bonus features. Like, no one came back. They didn't put the effort in.
You're 33, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be 34 next.
Did you see Resurrection in theaters?
No, I did not. No, I missed that one. But you know what? The funny thing is, when that movie came out, I remember like friends of mine telling me, oh, Laurie Strode died in the first 10 minutes. And I'm like, shut up, guys. No, she didn't. And then I watched it. I'm like, oh, crap. She did die in the first 10 minutes. So
Justin was spoiled from the onset there. He was like, whatever. They're not going to kill Laurie Strode, you fucking crazy loons. And then
back before the internet was the internet, like this was like, I don't even think I had an email at the time. This was 0302.
It's funny because we did last night. By the way, I was telling you guys, I've said it. Today was rough, man. Was rough.
Oh.
I was running ragged because I did like 5 hours of YouTube stuff yesterday, and Christian and I recorded the podcast till damn near 2 a.m. So, and I had to go to work today, and I was exhausted at work all day. And we interviewed Gary Tunnicliffe last night, the makeup effects guy for the Hellraiser series and Candyman and all that. And he also did the makeup effects for Halloween Resurrection.
Nice.
And he had some cool resurrection stories to tell us. We even said at one point, we were like, screw asking you about Hellraiser. Let's start off with Resurrection. And actually, funny story. I don't know if you know this, Justin. He's in Resurrection. He's the
really?
cop. He's the cop that gets his larynx crushed by Michael Myers.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or the paramedic, not the cop. Yeah. So
See,
it was great.
That's awesome. That's all. I can't wait to watch that. And I'm so excited to dive into these resurrection bonus features.
Watched
you know,
over an
Evil
hour, but
Dead-
not the whole thing. Come
No, I'm
on,
gonna dive into the whole
slack.
thing. I'm gonna watch that 4K.
I was talking to the chat.
I'm gonna like send you like screen grabs of me watching the movie with thumbs up and everything. It's gonna be funny.
I'm sure you will.
Dancing,
Mhm.
shirtless when I'm watching the movie. I'm just kidding.
You're not kidding. You're gonna do it.
Um,
What are you doing,
But,
Christian? Are you still
what is
there?
he doing? Where's his face? Like, I don't see him. What's going on? Here?
He felt indebted to me because I gave him shit about how he never comes on my channel a couple weeks ago. So he probably saw us live and was like, "Oh, send me the link." And now he's like, "I don't want to talk to these fuckers." So he just turned his camera off, and he's too cool for us.
Rudy, I'm seeing like Evil. Well, you guys are mentioning the new Evil Dead. I'm excited to get it, but I'm waiting on that one. Like, that's not on my high list of purchases right now. Because for one, no new bonus features. Now that one, I wanted some like new interviews, new bonus features, the director or somebody coming back and talking about it. And two, they're saying, yeah, there's only the 4K disc for that. Why did they not put the effort into putting the Blu-rays? And it's like almost $30. I'm like, I'll wait to get
Gary Tunnicliffe has an interview on it.
What?
On the Resurrection 4K, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about I'm talking about the Evil Dead.
Oh, no.
Evil Dead.
But yeah, Gary was like, I did an interview for the Scream Factory 4K release of Resurrection. So Christian and I really thought that was interesting because we were like, well, yeah, I mean, he's the makeup effects guy. I mean, he's had a really, really great career and he's been really successful. So it was really cool to hear. But yeah, I mean, those 4Ks are cool. The problem is, dude, like so many titles got announced and released over these last few weeks and over these next few weeks. It's like, it's a lot of money if you want to buy all of them.
I mean, I'm going to buy, I'm not going to lie, like, because like I said, my birthday is next week. Justin's going to treat himself.
Yeah. Do it.
To some pretty things. I'm getting the box set. I'm getting Fright Night on 4K. I might think I'm gonna splurge and get Scream 2, and I'm gonna be one that buys that Paranormal Activity collection when it comes out in October 11th or something like that. So but yeah, there's way too much.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, who cares? Like. The Paranormal Activity set, yeah, not all the movies are great, but there are a few movies in there that are great. So, like, why not buy the set? I mean, shit, I'd buy a Hellraiser Blu-ray set from Scream Factory tomorrow, and I would too. Some of those movies aren't very good.
I mean, here's the thing too, and I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't mean to be morbid, but we only live once, right? So it's like,
well, depends. I'm gonna live more than once, but I understand.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I'll come back as like a Magic Mike,
Yeah, you'll come back as like an exotic male dancer. Christian's gonna come back as like a dung beetle. That's his reincarnation, a dung beetle.
J-Dev Jason, he says, do you guys know if Scream 2 4K will have anything new? I don't know. I don't know. But I do have tickets pre-ordered to go see the re-release of Scream 2 in theaters. So I'm very excited for that.
Oh. Yeah. Scream 2's re-release. People are wondering if there's going to be a tease for Scream 6 in there. Probably not.
Probably not. I don't think it's going to be as hyped up as the Scream, the first movie's 4K.
No, and if Nev isn't in this movie, yikes. I'm just saying.
I think, you know what? I think she's going to come back at the very end of the movie. Where is Christian at? I missed that face. Like, where's that face at?
He's probably, I don't know. He's probably not at his computer, and that's why he's got dogs and a wife and stuff. He might have had to go do something, and he wanted to turn his camera off so we weren't just looking at his empty chair. Because if he were still sitting there, he would have responded by now to something we said. So he's probably away. He'll be back, I'm sure. If not, I'm going to boot his ass because he's just taking up part of the screen by not talking to us.
Let's talk about the Munsters again. I haven't seen it
yet.
Yeah. I want to know your thoughts. I'll be watching that soon.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I thought,
what's up, Justin? How you going? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Piz? Yeah, he's not making candles. Sydney is making candles, and Christian is I don't know what he's doing. Christian, you're gonna grow hair on your palm, and you'll go blind. Come back. I'm not gonna elaborate any further. Just come back, okay?
Okay.
For your health. But anyway, look, I thought that Christian was going to be the one singing the praises of the Munsters, and I didn't sing the praises. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't like, this is fucking phenomenal. No, but he felt very similar to I did to how I felt, but one major difference. He did not like Sherry Moon in the movie, and he's usually a defender of her.
I love
and
Sherry
I
Moon.
did like her in the movie, and I'm not a defender of her. So it's kind of hard to gauge how you should take that, I guess, coming from Christian and I, because it's like Christian loved Sherry Moon and didn't like her in the movie, and I'm not a big Sherry Moon fan, and I liked her in the movie. So like,
I'm always going to defend her in Lords of Salem. People are like, she's terrible in this movie. I'm like, she's awesome in this movie. Like, she gave, until I see this movie, her best performance is in Lords of Salem. So
yeah, and I gotta say, Piz, you got 2 weeks. 2 weeks for that Halloween Kills re-review. So you better have stocked up on plenty of liquor, because you got 2 weeks, buddy. All right.
By the way, I'm so excited to see you guys at Scarefest. It's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of really, really cool people, and I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited to meet everybody in person, and everyone can realize that they hate me in person. So that's awesome.
We all love you. We all love your beautiful face.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. I think it'll be fun. But no, my thing with the Munsters is Christian and I both agreed it's visual eye candy. Like, it is really, really good to look at. It's super colorful. Like, and some people might be like, well, that's kind of antithetical to the point, isn't it? Because it was black and white. Yeah, but I mean, this is 2022. They wanted to modernize it that way. And also, I mean, let's just call it like it is. Rob said the studio would not let him do black and white. They were like, no. So it is what it is there. But, it's very colorful. The trailers do not do it justice. The trailers were cut to make it look like some cheap sitcom, and it's not like that at all.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of the first trailer we had.
No, it's really not like that. There's even some stuff in the trailers that aren't in the movie, and I'm like, why even show this? It gave people a negative impression to start off with, and then they see the movie, and it turned a lot of your casual viewers off. They probably saw that and said, that looks like garbage. I'm not going to waste my time with that, which is unfortunate because it didn't come out that way. But it was interesting to see Rob play in a different sandbox. It's PG. He's got to be more family friendly. There's some genuinely funny stuff in it. I mean, there really is. There's a scene with Sherry's going on a date with this like older vampire. It's actually kind of funny.
Nosferatu, I think.
I don't. He looks like him, but I think they give him a different name. I don't know what his name was, but there's some really good stuff in it. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I can see there's going to be two factions here. There's going to be people that were like, I really enjoyed what Sherry did. And there's going to be people that are like, I absolutely hate what Sherry did. And I don't really think there's going to be an in-between, because she hams it up. She's very over the top in it.
And I don't.
But that is the point. That's Lily Munster. And I thought she did really well with it. So I liked it.
I was curious. I don't really, I look at Rotten Tomatoes once and then I go away from it. But like, Rob's movies, like his highest rated movie is a 55% with Three from Hell. Like Devil's Rejects, if I could be wrong, I thought it was in the 60s at some point. And
Yes, they do, Anthony. Yes, they do.
And it's just I don't know. I'm a big Rob Zombie fan, so I think I'm gonna like this movie.
Three from Hell's his highest?
Yeah, with 55%. 55.
You're shitting me.
Guess what his lowest one is? House of 1,000 Corpses with 20%.
Three from Hell? I would have bet the farm that it was Devil's Rejects.
I thought it was Devil's Rejects, and if I remember correct, I think a while back it was like in the 60s, and it just shows Rob gets a lot of hate. Like, I understand his movies aren't perfect, but I mean,
it's always nice to have a director there that has a style. It's always nice to have a director working that is different.
And I like I like
better or worse.
And I like the fact that Rob does what he wants. I know some people.
Yeah.
I remember a long time ago, somebody was like, "Well, Justin, a director has to please the audience." I'm like, not really. Like, if
they don't.
Rob does what he wants, he's gonna do what he wants.
Do you think some of these auteurs, like, do you think guys like Hitchcock back in the day were like, man, while they're filming their movie, go, I hope people like this. What if they don't like this? No. Though directors most of the time are going, I really like this.
And this is what
I
I'm
hope
gonna
it resonates. Do. Yeah, I hope it resonates with people, but I'm really digging this. And that's how they should do it.
And look at, like, another example, A24. A lot of those movies, do you think the studio is interfering with them and going, no, you got to do this? Or do you think the directors are like, oh, I hope the audience likes this because that's what I'm focusing on? It's like, no, they're making their own movies and presenting them. So,
yeah, they're getting a lot of love for House of 1,000 Corpses in the chat. I love that film. Love it.
I love that movie, too. That is my favorite, with Lords of Salem being a very close second.
Yeah, you have Lords high. You do have Lords high.
I love Lords of Salem. Like, I think that
movie would challenge Halloween 2 for me as my favorite if the ending didn't go off the rails like that. That's
probably my if I had to pick a nitpick, that's my least favorite thing, is like the way it ends. But I love the atmosphere. I just the acting. Like,
well, we started talking Halloween with Gary last night, and near the end of the interview, we asked him about Rob Zombie's Halloween movies or whatever, and he was basically like, "Oh, they're garbage." And
my heart. Like, I love
me and Christian were like, "Yeah, we dig it." Like, we did. But in Gary's defense, he said, "I haven't seen the second one," and we were like, "Gary, you must watch the second one."
Masterpiece.
Well,
I'm saying that.
Right, we gave him. He gave us a time frame. He said, "I will watch it in October, and I want to come back on your guys' podcast in a month, and we'll talk about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2." And I said, "Bet." So he's gonna watch it, and we're gonna talk to him about it.
My top 3 is Halloween 2, Lords of Salem, and House. Like, those are my top 3.
Yeah, for me, it's Halloween 2, House. And probably Rejects. Probably. There's only one I don't really care for, and I see some love for it in the chat.
I'm like, woohoo, love for it. Yeah.
I just don't really care for it. It is what's up, Jaden? It is kind of balls to the wall and crazy, and that's fun.
And that reminds me of House of 1,000 Corpses so much. That's one of the reasons I love it.
Yeah, but the issue for me was a lot of the acting. And also, my God, did they underutilize Richard Brake in that movie as Doomhead? He's phenomenal.
Rudy.
And we just don't get him a lot.
Lords of Salem for me, Rudy.
I really like Lords of Salem. Okay. I really like Lords of Salem.
He doesn't like it. Don't listen to him. I'm just kidding.
True. I do like
it. I'm kidding with you.
I do like
Christian,
it.
where are you, dude? Where are you?
Yeah, I know. Seriously, Christian, you're killing me. CR, hi Nick, love the podcast.
Gotta go.
As a fellow Halloween fan, it's always great to hear your genuine love and input on the franchise. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I try to tell people that sometimes too. Is like, guys, if I'm somebody that's like a purist, like a Halloween purist, that the original is my favorite movie of all time, and I think that it's just incredible and yada yada, this and that. It seems like people are starting to pour in now from Dave McRae's stream. Is that what's happening? Are you guys like, oh, we're done with Dave, now we'll get the sloppy seconds because we're always your second choice?
Sloppy, delicious seconds.
Yeah. But what's up, Richard? But
Hey, Richard.
yeah, I mean, Philly, I hope you like it. I hope you like it. Yeah, Piz, we covered that. We covered that a little bit earlier. Yeah. I pre-ordered mine from Amazon like 2 months ago, right when pre-orders went up on Amazon because it was cheaper than Scream Factory. Yeah, should be here next week. I know some people that ordered from Scream Factory. Did you order from Scream Factory, Justin?
No, I'm getting it from Amazon.
Okay. So yeah, I know a lot of people that ordered it from Scream Factory have gotten their emails that are saying, "Oh, it's shipped. It's coming. It's coming." So well, thank you, Piz. I appreciate that. Dave is a very nice gentleman, but we cover any and all topics in this space. And as you guys know, there's no guarantee that all clothes stay on the entire time. So
my clothes stay on because I'm a...
Yeah, but not me, Justin. I spice it up sometimes.
My clothes stay on all the time.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen Barbarian yet, Keith. And oh my goodness, Christian finally saw it. So now I'm the only one. You saw it too, Justin, right?
I saw it, and I'm very kind of like surprised in you because you always give me crap for not watching stuff. And look at over here.
So here's the thing, dude. It was sandwiching between a bunch of different stuff that was coming out that I really wanted to look. Oh, whatever. I go to the movies more than you do. It was sandwiched between like Pearl came out. And then, Dahmer dropped on Netflix, which I was very much looking forward to. And and Jeepers Creepers Reborn came out, which I was hoping for the best. But, it is what it is.
Well, that was limited, so I'll give you credit. It was a limited run for that one. So.
Yeah, and I had to make it out for that one. Like I said, guys, I'll probably check Barbarian out. I guess I could tomorrow. I might tomorrow, actually, because after all the YouTube stuff I did yesterday, and doing this stream today and then later tonight going back on my buddy Matt's channel at 8:30 to stream with him again tonight, I'm not touching YouTube tomorrow. I'm not touching it. It is stay away from me, YouTube, you wicked woman. I want nothing to do with you tomorrow. Well, Rudy, you don't have to buy my ticket. Okay. I am a cheap date, but I'm not that cheap, Rudy. Dear God, more than $11. Gosh, what does Rudy think I am? I will probably go see Barbarian tomorrow night now because I'm tired of getting the hate for it. Alexis is just brutal. She won't leave me alone. She just won't. She's coming at me hard about Barbarian, Justin. People say it's that good, is it?
It's top 10 for me of the year so far.
Wow. Well, This has been a great year, though. It really has.
It has been a great year. I mean, for movies, for horror movies. So I've loved it. So I've definitely loved it. Can we talk about like how excited we are for Hellraiser? Because I've rewatched the trailer.
I feel like at this point,
I'm more excited for that than Halloween Ends.
Dude, I feel like at this point, people are like, Nick, shut up about Hellraiser. You won't stop talking about it. And guess what? You're right. I won't stop because I took the journey back through the franchise last month and it reinvigorated my love for the lore there. The franchise as a whole, not so much because there's some weak points in there. But the
Hellraiser,
but yeah, the Cenobites and all that is just there's so much untapped potential there. So yeah, it's absolutely my most anticipated. Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Mine too.
No, I watched Revelations because we covered it on the podcast, Jaden. Remember? I had to watch it.
I still need to watch the last two before we do our ranking because
you've never seen them?
Oh, I've seen them. I just haven't watched them.
Judgment isn't bad. Judgment isn't
bad. I like
bad.
Judgment. I do. Yeah. I like it.
Yes, unfortunately, Jaden, I did. I watched Revelations.
I know. I'm proud of this guy right here. So
don't be. I wanted to hurt myself.
No, don't hurt yourself. You're too pretty.
Justin,
you're a wonderful person.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's
awful. I know it's going to be bad. Like I was talking to a buddy of mine last night, and he was like, you're not going to like the movie. And I'm like, I know I won't, but I need to rewatch it to say I did.
What I said to Christian, I said, dude, I don't need to watch it again. It's awful. He's like, no, you need to watch it again. It needs to be fresh in your mind. I said, Christian, I really don't want to, man. He's like, I need you to watch it. I'm like, God damn it. And I watched it. And I remember it was funny because my brother was like watching me watch it, and he asked me what it was, and I was like, it's a really shitty straight to DVD Hellraiser movie. And he came out like a half hour later, and it was like the scene where she's like making out with her brother, and he's like touching her boob, and it's really awful. And my brother goes, dude, you're still watching this shit? And I was literally laid on my couch with my head in my hand, and I sighed and went, yeah, I have to. I'm
thinking about watching it tonight, but I'm like, dude, I don't want to watch like a terrible movie before I go to bed. Like, I need to watch something good. So.
I know. Don't watch that. Watch the Munsters. I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, Nick's got some amazing dancing.
Jaden, tell me the truth, because Christian and I both believe that you are Fat Pinhead and Dancing Nick. That's you, isn't it? That's definitely you. Like 100% it's you. I know you're probably not going to admit it, but it's you. We know it's you. I'd like if you're like, yeah, it's me, whatever. But yeah, I know you won't. You won't give up the ruse, but I know it's you.
They will not give up the ruse. I might watch. I know we did last summer tonight because I want to review it because I have an update that I'm going to actually talk about transfers on movies. Like I'm going to talk about them and not just show the cases. Don't hush me.
No, I was sighing.
Why? Why are you
Justin's
sighing?
here going, guys, I think I'm going to watch I Know What You Did Last Summer and in the fall. Yeah, a movie I've seen probably 30 times. But as far as watching, like, I don't know.
You know what?
Chucky season 1 and Stranger Things season 3 or 4 for that matter, I'll get around to those.
The heart wants what the heart wants, Nick.
I hear you, I guess.
Oh, I already got it, Jaden. It's already in the collection. So.
Hey, John, I appreciate to hear that. And when you go to Pasadena, if you have any questions about filming locations, message me on social media. I even found the most obscure ones. I even snuck into the VA hospital from where they shot Halloween 2. You're not...
Because he's a rebel. He's a rebel is what he is.
I went through the fence. There was an opening in the fence, and I went through the fence. And if you guys watch Sean Clark's episode where he went to that hospital, he said, we're not supposed to be here. We're not allowed to get out of the car. We're just going to film driving past it really quick. I walked all over there. I said, fuck it. You can't stop me. And if you come for me, it'll just make my legend grow.
It'll make that legend grow.
Yeah, and no one came out. No one said anything. And by God, it was great. It was great. I loved it. So there's so many cool shit out there to see.
Yes, I just looked up for my phone. I saw Devin Saw was a babe. Yes, he is a babe. Age is like a fine wine.
Christian is really pissing me off right now.
Where is this man? Like, where is
I think he's doing this to troll at this point.
I'm kind of sad at this because, look at you. You deleted him.
I kicked him out. I kicked him out. Yeah, anyway. He's pissing me off. Lathan, I love Halloween 5. So does Justin.
I love Halloween 5 is one of my favorites. I love Halloween 5.
Yeah. Look. I would bring Alexis on, but she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. You know how much it took coaxing her to get her just to call into UNITA? She's a coward. She won't show her face. Guys, don't get too excited. Christian's still in the green room. He's technically like backstage. I could bring him in at any moment, but that tells you all you need to know. He's away from his computer because after I took him off the stream, he would have left entirely. But yeah, he's away from the computer. So
I wonder if he's like just sitting there going, are they going to keep going on? And then he's going to pop on at the end.
Rudy, I'll bring you in right now if you're not lying. I will send you a link right now and you can make your UNITA or not UNITA. What?
Rudy, are you really going to do this? Because don't be joking with me.
He won't do it. He won't do it. No one's going to. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Rudy won't do it. He's scared. Scared? You're ready? You're ready. You're ready to make your Lost River Drive-In debut. You're lying. You're lying. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way Rudy comes on. No way. And if he does at this point, it's just to spite me. He's just going to do it to say I'm wrong. Rudy has been sent the link.
No, not ready.
Are you guys ready?
Rudy.
You might be. Oh, you bastard!
I know.
You bastard! You lied to me. Oh, I can't take it.
No, you know that
I can't
line
take
from
this
Halloween.
betrayal.
I keep thinking about that line from Halloween H2O where she's like, "You teasing me? Then you got to go." LL Cool J's wife.
Uh-huh.
You teasing me? Then you got
That's
to go.
Rudy.
I know. That's like Christian too. I'm like, man, I was excited.
Ronnie, you get me going, and then you got to go. Ronnie.
Rodney.
Round.
It's poetry. It's stupid, is what it is. Round melon. What?
Oh, don't fall for that shit.
What are you talking about? Cantaloupe, watermelon?
Cantaloupe, watermelon. It's fiction.
It's stupid, is what it is. But honey, I love that. I that's one of my favorite moments in the movie. Stupid is what it is.
It's great. It's great. It's unfortunately though, it's what gave Mustafa the Akkad the idea. Hey, let's
don't bash my Halloween resurrection, Nick.
Let's do it. Hold on.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hold on.
Do your Judd impersonation. Are you talking about me? Does he do an impersonation of me?
Oh goodness. I accidentally put the link in the chat. I hope nobody clicked it. You can't join. No, Judd. I know what you're thinking, Lois. Don't go down there in the barrel ground. Lois.
That's good. I like that one.
The soil of a man's heart is stonier. Lois. It's like, oh man. Because I did a Pet Cemetery audio review on my Patreon yesterday for patrons, and I did so many Judd impersonations of lines. I even wrote, you guys don't understand, for the patrons that watch that, I appreciate it. I had a really fun time doing that. I can't wait to do that again.
My impersonation is the mom at the end of the second movie. Dead is better.
These are my notes that I had notes as I was going through scene by scene. It was really fun. But yeah, sometimes dead is better. Damn Rod. Get the baby. Oh God. Oh God.
I can't think about that. Stop. Oh.
Yeah, but the worst part is when Dale Midkiff just goes to his knees and he's just like,
oh my gosh,
no!
I cry every time. It's heartbreaking.
All right, well we've gone a little long in the tooth at this point. We have gone way off the rails.
That's
so
fun,
Justin, tell everybody what you got going on. You said you're coming back, right?
Yes. So this weekend I will have 2 videos up. I will have a movie update going over some of the stuff that I've seen, and I will recommend the movies or not. Mostly recommend them. And then season 2 of Ryan 1988's Top 10 Horrors are coming back, and I'm going to recommend 10 movies you need to watch this October. So stay tuned for that.
Woo!
There you go. I got a fan right there.
There you go, Jaden. No, Jaden wanted the shirt to come on. It's not coming off in time.
You didn't even do it for me. How dare you?
Well, you got to enjoy it,
During those text messages last night.
Hey, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. But no, yeah, guys. So check Justin's channel back out. He's coming back, and he's gonna do some content for you. And very
October
excited.
2, Ryan 1988. So.
That's October 2, October Lube. That's Rudy's. That's Rudy's October. So yeah, guys. Very much looking.
Nick is blushing. He's so blushing right now. Look at that face. Yes, you are. Look at that blushing face.
I don't really blush.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's Sluttober.
Yes, you do.
It's Sluttober. That's right. Sorry.
He blushes all the time. I'm like, Nick, stop blushing. We're just texting each other. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. All I do is blush. I can't help myself.
He does.
But look, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched on the playback, because we unfortunately counter-programmed with Dave McCrae. Sorry you missed us live. We'll be back next week on Tuesday, as usual.
On Tuesday.
Leave a like on this video if you haven't already. It helps the algorithm, and it helps my self-esteem. And that's going to do it. So we love you guys. We hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next Tuesday.
And I have to just say real quick, see you all later. Bye, guys.
We're still going.